How's it going, everyone? It's Sunday, November 20th. This is Subtrending, your go-to show for the latest and greatest in geek news. Jessica's not here today, so I am hosting, and I've got Thomas here today, so it's a boys club.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's good.
Good. You ready for some news?
Yeah.
Cool. So we got some video game news and some TV show news today, and that's it.
Okay.
No movies. All right. So let's get started right away with kind of a controversial one this week. Super Mario Run. It's Nintendo's new app that is going to be kind of an endless runner kind of thing, similar to like Temple Run, but a little bit more to it, and obviously Mario based.
I used to own Temple Run, man.
Really?
I was good at it.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only played it a handful of times. But they announced the release date is mid-December, and it is going to be $10. And the controversial thing is people are not happy about this price point. So I kind of wanted to talk about that. Honestly, I think people are being a bunch of weenies.
Yeah, it's a product. Like, are they just like, give me free stuff? Like,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, okay, here's the thing about the mobile market, too, is like people complain when there's ads,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then people complain when ads or apps cost too much. But then they get mad when they waste $2 on a shitty game.
Yeah, or even just like the freemium stuff. Like,
Yeah.
people would happily, spend $5,000 over the course of a couple of years on a Total War or whatever.
Yeah, or like
is.
Clash of Clans or whatever.
Yeah, Clash of Clans, and it's like $10. If it's a one and done deal, if there's no ads and if there's no like power ups that you can buy and stuff, that's a bargain.
Well, the thing is about power ups and like microtransactions; those are optional. As long as you're not like you need to buy a key to unlock the next world, like that's wrong.
And it's constantly like shoved down your throat like every single time because that's an ad basically at that point.
But this unlocks the whole game, and there is a free version too, so people can play a couple levels. But this unlocks the entire game for you, and I don't remember how many levels they said. I don't even know if they've announced it, but it's gonna be substantial.
Right.
But like, there is a free version, so I don't know. I think people are being a bunch of wieners about this, and just pay the $10 if you're interested. If you're not, whatever. Don't. It doesn't matter. Like, just don't.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna buy it, but I wasn't really going to anyway.
Yeah. So
it looks cool for what it is. It's $10, guys. It's not gonna break the bank.
And like the thing is like it's from Nintendo too. Like if we want good quality apps, we've got to get publishers, like good publishers, in on stuff like this. Like, we can't be having these indie guys who just don't have the manpower and just trying to make a quick buck or like make a name for themselves. Like, we need to have somebody with like name power here, like name brand power.
Definitely, I totally agree.
I don't know, but we're gonna keep talking about Nintendo. It's
okay.
Slightly less controversial news, but also these are rumors, so forewarned, take them with a grain of salt. But they're very heavily supported by different credible sources, apparently. The first one being Pokemon Star. Pokemon Sun and Moon came out, 2 days ago now? This past Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
So Sun and Moon are out, and
check out a Pokemon Master Trainer playthrough.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
And later this week, Jessica will have her review of Pokemon Sun up as well. So yeah, make sure you check out those. But, so Red and Blue had Yellow as like the third game in that generation. Pokemon Star.
Thank you for translating to like first generation for me.
You're welcome. So Pokemon Star is going to be this generation's third game, but it's going to be a launch title for the Switch, apparently. So in March, there's going to be a third game out for consoles, which will be the first time a Pokemon game has hit like a home console. It's always been on portables. So this is a huge deal. And this leak came out the day that Sun and Moon came out. So obviously Nintendo tried to keep this on the down low, so Pokemon Sun and Moon would sell. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on this?
I think that Neil deGrasse Tyson needs to go to Nintendo and explain to them that the sun already is a star. Like, that's a ridiculous rookie mistake, Nintendo. No, seriously, like, I think it's cool. I like that it's kind of a cross-platform thing with Nintendo. Pokemon's one of their bigger franchises, and it makes sense that they would want to not restrict it to handheld titles.
Yeah. Oh, especially with the Switch kind of like taking over that handheld and like home console, like, and combining it. Like combining them. And it's something that will really hopefully sell the Switch. Because I don't remember the last time, or I don't remember when I first started hearing people say, like, I want a home like console Pokemon game. And I was like, that's never going to happen. But no, it could. And so like this is going to sell. It's going to sell well. But apparently Sun and Moon are also selling well. They shipped out 10 million units, I believe, each, which is the highest or the biggest 3DS launch ever. So that's good.
If it sells well, this is all purely speculative at this point. I would like to see maybe if the Switch would have an online marketplace and they could sell ports of the older games too.
I mean, the 3DS now has ports of Red, Blue, and Yellow.
Right, the 3DS, but if the Switch had it,
that'd be amazing.
Home console, oh man,
yeah.
I would definitely consider buying a Switch.
Oh no, I buy a Switch and just buy like one of each generation. I want to fill up my Pokebank, and I just want to move them all. I'll just keep pushing it to the next generation. Like I just want to go through and play all of them. They're so expensive and so hard to find, and for some reason, Gens 2 through like 5 aren't on the marketplace.
Oh really?
You can get like Red, Blue, and Yellow, like the ports, and then you can get X and Y, and now Sun and Moon.
So Nintendo, I mean, you own the rights to it, just do it.
Yeah, like
you'd make all of the money.
Seriously, like Nintendo, you could just roll around in this money at this point. Yeah. Like we're doing this for you. We're coming up with these ideas. All right, so continuing on Nintendo news. Once again, this is also a rumor, so take this with a grain of salt. Zelda Breath of the Wild, the first Zelda game in many moons, was supposed to come out on the Wii U originally. Then it got pushed back and was supposed to release simultaneously on the Switch and Wii U, and was supposed to be a launch title for the Wii U in March. Is now rumored to be delayed and will miss the launch window for the Switch. So there's really no other details about it. Let's just talk about that. Because on one hand, you have this Pokemon rumor that will sell consoles, but then you have this Zelda rumor that will make people very upset. Because people have been waiting for this for a very long time. There has not been a Zelda title on the Wii U. At all.
Has there not really?
No. Last one was Skyward Sword on the Wii. This will be the first home Nintendo console to not have a Zelda game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that really, I think, speaks volumes about the Wii U, to be honest.
Oh, no, 100% does. Oh, no, okay, no, I'm sorry. It is coming out on the Wii U still, but this it is also still coming out on the Switch.
It didn't ever have its own exclusive.
Yeah, it's like skipping the Wii U in a sense. But yeah, no, like this is, I mean, the Wii U did not get its own proper Zelda. And that was a big selling point for the Switch.
It's a big selling point for Nintendo in general. It's one of their... I don't know the numbers. I would say one of their top 3 franchises.
Oh, easily. But with Pokemon and Mario, easily. Yeah. No, and like this is what people wanted. This is what a lot of people bought the Wii U for, myself and Jessica included. Was Breath of the Wild, and now we're like, okay, well, we'll just buy the Switch. It looks cool anyway, and we'll get Zelda on that. And like, now that's not coming, and we don't know when it's going to come. And we've seen a lot of stuff about it, but it's slowly been receding how much stuff we've been seeing. We saw a bunch of E3 shortly after E3, and now it's kind of disappeared. So
no man's Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. So I think it's worrisome. I think it's worrisome for Nintendo. I think it's a problem.
Yeah, I wonder, honestly, the leak, of Pokemon, I wonder how strategic that was. I wonder if they were just waiting until Sun and Moon came out, for sales. Once that happened, then they were like, all right, push it out now, go.
I would assume that they wanted to announce it in January, because they weren't going to release any more Switch information until January, and they wanted to let Sun and Moon have their holiday time for sales. And then in January, come and be like, boom! For those of you who haven't gotten it yet,
that makes sense.
Maybe offer some like not compensation, but some compatibility between the two, or between like Sun and Moon and Star. I think that would be a good incentive. Like, hey, you get an exclusive free Pokemon if you have a registered copy of Sun and Moon.
That makes sense.
That'd be cool. But anyway, Breath of the Wild, this is a huge deal. It's a huge blow for Nintendo's launch lineup for the Switch too.
Yeah, it looks technically like a really interesting game, but at the same time, that has me worried, because what if there's just something inherently wrong with the program right now, and they're just having issues, and that's what's going on.
It could be, it could potentially be a huge problem. And Nintendo's got to find something. I mean, Pokemon's a good start. If Pokemon doesn't end up coming out when the Switch comes out, they've got to find a console seller. They've got to. There's no going around it. It's not going to sell well if you don't have something Metroid, Mario, Pokemon, or Zelda. Like, those are their staples. Like, you've got to have something. The last time we had a good Metroid game wasn't for the GameCube. Or no, for the Wii. Metroid Prime 3. So, like, we're probably not going to get one of those for a while still. It's a hot mess.
Yeah.
It's a hot mess. Nintendo needs to get their stuff figured out for the Switch launch.
What about, is there a Mario game coming out at least?
There's one, that's another thing. There is a Mario 3D platformer, kind of like Galaxy and 64, that was shown in the Switch trailer. Once again, not officially confirmed by Nintendo, but you can see that it is in there.
Cool.
And there's also rumors that there is a third party through Activision that's working on a Mario and Rabbids from like the Rayman Rabbids.
Yeah.
There's going to be a crossover game. It's an RPG that is being done by Activision and being looked over. Oh no, not Activision. I'm sorry, Ubisoft, and it's being looked over by Nintendo, like monitored by Nintendo.
Okay.
So this is stuff that like we'll have to wait till January for more Switch information. But like this is stuff that like some of it's like, okay, cool, that sounds interesting. Someone's like, oh god, Nintendo, please fix this.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a typical Nintendo launch, to be completely honest. But I'm excited. I can't wait. We'll probably have an unboxing of the Switch, I'm sure, if we can get our hands on it. So, in March. Alright, let's move on to... That's all the video game news.
Cool.
Okay. TV shows, you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay, these are both very, prevalent for you, or important to you.
Oh, yeah. I love these.
Yes. So, first off, let's start with... Oh, they're both HBO related right now. Let's start off with the Game of Thrones prequel series. So, the prequel series for Game of Thrones, dealing with Robert's Rebellion, is still in talks with HBO, but Benioff and Weiss, who currently run the showrunners for Game of Thrones, will not be doing it. That's pretty much it. It's still in talks.
I think Benioff and Weiss, they've done a fantastic job.
Yeah.
With the show.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I mean, the show was the books were deemed unfilmable by George R. R. Martin, and he like turned it over. He was like, oh no, they did a good job. So.
Yeah, so I mean, they've done a great job. I would be willing to give somebody else a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they're the only ones that can touch it, but
definitely.
What has me worried? I like the prequel stuff in the last season. We kind of saw the flashback stuff. I thought that was cool. Yeah. I don't think we need a series for it.
I think I would like to pull like a BBC and do like 1 or 2 seasons. That's it. Yeah. Don't make a full blown like show out of it. Just do a couple seasons. Like, because BBC shows usually run for 3 seasons or so, and they're done. Yeah, we just need 1 or 2 seasons. Just give us some stuff. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool to see young Robert and the Battle of the Trident and stuff like that. I'd be interested in seeing it if they don't cover it in the show already.
It could be cool. I mean, what I like about Game of Thrones so much is one of the big draws is obviously like the intrigue and what's going to happen next. And a lot of that stuff is already pretty heavily documented, not only in Martin's works, but also in the current show that we have.
Yeah.
But who do you think that they would keep? I don't know his name. Neil Patrick Harris lookalike as Ned. And
I was like, who are you talking about? Maybe. I don't know.
He was all right.
Yeah, he was fine. I mean, he wasn't in it very much. But yeah, maybe.
Now it ends.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's cool.
It'd be cool to see. It would be cool to see. Like I said, I'm for it as long as it's not. It doesn't wear out its welcome, and I think it might, just because of how popular Game of Thrones was. But HBO is also very smart. I don't know if they'll get super greedy with it. They're not extending Game of Thrones beyond its welcome, I don't think, and it's ending in a natural state in a couple seasons. So,
if there's one thing that I think that they could do that could really make it good, is I think a big tonal shift from Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones is all like about kind of the decay of like heroism and legends and stuff. And even in the prequel stuff that we saw in the last season, it was way larger than life than what we've seen in the show for the most part. It was flashy sword fights and stuff.
Yeah.
That, I'm saying right now, I'm realizing that I'm describing also the prequel Star Wars trilogy, and now I'm sad. But if they kind of made it a little bit larger than life and a little bit more flashy, it might work.
I think like stuff like the Battle of the Trident and like Rhaegar, who was such a larger than life hero. Correct, right? Rhaegar, Robert. Okay, just
no, yeah.
Targaryen names are all.
He totally fits that bill of being a really, kind of flashy, larger than life hero that would not at all fit into the current Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly. And like, a young Robert who was all about like, like big brute guy. I think that tonally that would all make sense. I think you're exactly right with what the prequel show would need compared to the current show.
Just don't do like lightsaber dancing. Jesus.
Christ. No double-edged swords, please. All right, let's move on to another HBO show. Westworld season 2 has been renewed for season 2.
That's the good news.
That's the good news. Bad news is we won't see it until 2018 at the earliest.
Stupid.
That's the terrible news. But to be fair, it is the end of 2016 right now in the series, or the season has not ended. So a full year, that makes sense.
Yeah, if it's like January 1st, 2018, I'm okay with that. Anything after that, terrible.
Yeah, not okay with. I don't know. I think that. I mean, fair warning. I've only seen the first episode and a half. I fell asleep in the second one last night. So
episodes 2 and 3 aren't that good, but it gets better.
It seems really cool. Yeah. I really like it so far. But yeah, I think give them time to really establish the show and make sure they nail the second season, because this is one of those shows that could, from what I've seen so far, could easily fall apart in a second season.
Yeah.
So I say give them the time.
They have to be really careful about how they approach the series from now on, because it almost seems like a kind of show that could be done in one season.
Yeah,
like
exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm not giving away anything here.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's building to like the robots are gonna like rebel or something. You know, like, and once that happens, then what?
Yeah.
So
does it turn into iRobot?
Yeah, they really have to do a slow build up, or at least a cautious build up.
Now, see, the other thing that I'm curious about is with this being pushed back until 2018, is HBO consolidating their money for the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones and trying to push those out and give them a nice, healthy budget, and then going back and finishing Westworld when that calms down, they're reaping the revenue from Game of Thrones being done. I think that'd be smart financially on their end. I don't know if that's the case. HBO has tons of money, I'm assuming.
And we don't know where all the pockets are
exactly
directed.
Yeah,
so.
but I think that is a potentially logical conclusion on why they're doing this.
I could see that.
So, yeah, that's it for Westworld. All right, final piece of news is about TV shows. FX Why the Last Man has found its showrunner, and I could not be more excited about this. God. So for those of you
this is like your thing. Like...
Yeah, it is. It is definitely my thing. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Why the Last Man fan. I'm just a huge Brian K. Vaughan fan in general. I actually wrote my senior thesis I wrote a screenplay for the first episode of a Why the Last Man TV show.
I went to it. It was really good.
Thank you. Yeah. So to say this is like my bread and butter is an understatement. I love this series. I love that this is finally getting a show. And I love... potentially the guy who's running it. Michael Green, who has credentials up the ass, is co-writing Logan. He's co-writing Alien Covenant, the new Alien movie, and Blade Runner 2049. That's the name of the new one. Sure. And also has show writing credits for Smallville writing credits for Smallville and Heroes. The Heroes thing worries me. We talked about this.
Depends on what season. Yeah.
But still, the fact that he knows what he's doing. He's clearly involved in not only just comic books and sci-fi and fantasy, but like running shows and like writing shows. And he's working on Logan. Logan, we haven't seen it obviously, but looks amazing from the trailer. So I'm really excited about this guy running this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, small interjection before we talk about Why the Last Man. I'm just excited that somebody who is doing a superhero movie with just kind of the weight of like Logan is also doing Green Lantern later. Like, I feel like he could really bring something.
Did we get confirmation that he was doing Green Lantern?
I think Jess said he was.
I'm gonna look that up. Why don't you keep talking about whatever you...
well, that was pretty much my point. Okay. I don't really know too much about Why the Last Man, but we were talking earlier about how you were basically thinking that it might be the next Walking Dead or the next Game of Thrones, just a really big TV show.
Yeah.
And what I know about it, which is little, I think that that's totally possible. I mean, it's got really well-received source material.
Yeah. He is not working on Green Lantern. He worked on the Green Lantern movie, the old one.
Oh.
He wrote it.
Oh, no.
So that's scary.
The Ryan Reynolds one?
Yes. But.
Okay.
He worked on American Gods for Stars, Neil Gaiman's book.
Looking forward to that.
Yes. He has worked on Gotham. He's an executive producer on Gotham and on American Gods. He's one of the cover showrunners on American Gods. So yeah, and he's worked on he wrote an episode of Sex and the City. He's done a few things.
All right.
He's acted in something. Let's see what that is. I don't know what that is. There we go. But okay, so he did the Green Lantern movie. Like, okay, yeah, we get it. It was bad, but to be fair, like, it happens. Like, not everyone like hits a perfect batting average.
Yeah. I mean, if we had let Ryan Reynolds' performance in that movie also dictate his future career, we would have never gotten Deadpool, which a lot of people liked. So
yeah. Anyway, so I'm excited that this guy, for the most part, really seems to have his chops. Speaking of Heroes, let's see what episodes he wrote of that, or where he worked on that. It looks like he worked on it in 2007, so that would have been around
I want to say around season 2 or 3,
yeah,
maybe 4.
Season 1. Yes, no, season 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, season 1 episodes 5, 6, and 7. It looks like. So, which season 1 was great. That's the best season of Heroes. So I'm okay with that. So overall, really excited about Michael Green taking charge of this. I'm confident so far. I want to see who they cast as York. Obviously, I want to see how they do Ampersand. Is he going to be an actual monkey, or is he going to be CGI? I hope since it's a TV show, I doubt it's CGI. It's probably too expensive.
Yeah. I think a monkey would be cool. They need to do a monkey. Just do a monkey.
Friends did it in the 90s with Maurice. Or is that Maurice?
You're asking me a question about Friends?
You haven't seen Friends. Loser. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited to see. I want more news about this before I get over the top Andrew Cogswell hype level, which I'm close to right now, but I'm gonna reserve myself.
No. You're not even close. I've seen hype level 11.
Which is like where I normally function at. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's it for the news this week.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining the boys club with me.
No problem,
Just
man.
as a loser. Ha. She's going to be editing this, so she'll see that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you tune in next week. Jessica will be back, and I don't know who else will be here with her. But yeah, that's the news for this week. Thank you for once again, thank you for watching. Check out the Pokemon Master Trainer playthrough from Friday. Thomas, Joe, and I sat down and played that game, and it took forever. How many parts are there?
There's going to be 2 parts.
Okay.
We just have part 1 out right now.
Okay. So, part 2 is coming.
Yeah.
So, later this week. And we'll have set it on Wednesday as well. So, stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe here. Let us know what you think. Are you excited for any of these things? Are you worried about Nintendo like we are? You probably should be. We're also on GoFundMe right now. GoFundMe.com/funsubtrendy. Help us get new equipment. Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, we have some of the new equipment now.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for those of you who donated. Special shout out. This episode was made possible by sponsor Chelsea Cogswell, my sister, who donated and was able to produce an episode. So this is yours.
Put that on your resume.
Yeah. Executive producer Chelsea Cogswell, along with Fighter Pilot. So
very cool resume.
Yeah, she's pretty neat. Thanks, Chelsea. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.